Hey YouTube, Coppersan here. The Explorer revamp has finally been revealed and oh my goodness, it is looking pretty amazing. All Explorer classes except for Pathfinder have received new animations, new skills and changes to existing skills. Everything literally just happened this morning and there aren't any proper translations out as of yet. Since our Korean is a bit rusty and I wanted to bring out this video ASAP, we are going to go off what we did understand and saw in the new reveal trailer. There are massive buffs for the Hero, Dual Blade and Buccaneer classes to name a few, so let's get going. First up are the warriors, starting with the hero class. Heroes always had pretty low range on their skills, which was kinda annoying to grind with, but after this update, heroes will get a ton more range added to their attacks compared to before, making grinding just so much better. Raging Blow will now also automatically get buffed once you hit your max combo orbs. Pretty amazing. Shout has been changed to a new skill called Aura Blade, which looks pretty useful while grinding, and they've also gotten a ton more mobility with their Rush skill. Actually, that reminds me a bit of the mobility of Dual Bladers. That's pretty amazing, I did not expect this much mobility. Panic has also been changed to be a buff, and not sure what this skill is, but it looks pretty cool. Next up is the Paladin, who didn't only get buffs to his skills, but also his looks as well. Paladins seem to have gotten a lot more range on their skills while keeping their mobility the same. And they're not only getting buff in just the skill ranges, Divine Charge also now applies an additional attack and damage in combination with a new passive skill. Blast, Paladin's bossing skill, has gotten a similar buff now, dealing an additional attack when hitting the same monster for a while. This helps Pallies during their boss fights while still keeping their identity as a tanky supportive warrior. Paladins, their elemental buffs are easier to maintain now as well, so overall a big W for the Paladin. Dark Knights have gotten buffs to their skill ranges as well, their hitboxes have been increased and their beholder packs more of a punch now. Dark Knights were always forced to use less optimal attacks if their main bossing attack, Gunnir's Descent, was on cooldown. So instead Nixon made quite an interesting change. The Reincarnation skill has been changed so that players can now select one of 3 effects, all having different uses like invincibility or cooldown reduction. This makes Dark Knights more flexible in when to use which effect, which is a pretty interesting idea I think. Overall looking pretty good. Mages are also getting some massive buffs. Look at that up jump! Finally mages learned how to jump in the air. There also are improvements to teleport and Nexel mentions changes to unstable memory and infinity and how the skills work together. But more information on that will be released later. First up are the Ice Lightning mages. Their skills look so much better now. Actually kinda reminds me of Lara's skill animations. Thank goodness for skill transparency I guess. I'm not sure what this skill is, but looks like it's applying ice stacks. Chain Lightning has also been improved and if I understood it correctly, the passive effect from Blizzard has been changed to be always active, so you don't have to use Blizzard to maintain that. Thunderstorm has been buffed as well, and I wonder what happened to their other summon, at least we didn't see it in this video. The Fire Poison Mage is also getting some amazing changes. Most of the changes are visual with new and improved looks for their distinctive green poison skills and red fire skills, and I think this is paralyzed and looks like it has a bit more range added to it, and more explosions of course. Also look at that poison well that spreads poison across the map. This skill also buffs the explosion skill so it travels across the entire area. That's pretty dope and amazing for grinding at earlier levels. Their hyper skill Fire Aura got buffed as well, and what the heck, Megiddo Flame now looks like that Phantom skill. Speaking of which, Phantom mains are gonna have a freaking field day with this update. Bishops are also picking up their bow and arrow. Holy Arrow does look a lot better now, just very archery. Still only 1 line of damage though. The most important new change for Bishops is on their hyper skill actually, Righteously Indignant, which has had its effect changed. When used, Angel Ray will be buffed and the skill limit that was there previously is removed so you can use all your skills again properly. Also based on which angel is used for this skill, some of your other skills will change. For example, with this angel, your Holy Fountain will cast some of your party buffs like this spell automatically, while with the other angel, your Holy Fountain will start shooting out holy arrows at all nearby monsters. I mean, you are sort of a mage archer hybrid I guess. A new skill has been added as well to help bishops heal party members across the map during boss fights. This looks pretty interesting and looks like some nice buffs to supporting and grinding for this class. Now onwards to Bowmasters. I am happy to announce that Bowmasters have become the new assassins. Remember that Assassin's Mark skill? Well, Bowmasters are taking a page from that book and have gotten a similar skill. See those little shadows attacking whenever this class attacks as well? Also their attacks seem to have gotten at least a little bit more range and a visual update. There are also changes for their cartridges to reduce the inconvenience that skill had. Marksman isn't left behind either and is getting some nice visual updates. Their skills look dangerously straight though, still, but the attacking range on their bird is freaking huge. We already guessed it in the previous video, Marksman passive that increases your damage depending on your distance to the monsters has been removed. Instead your attacks will get buffed, dealing more damage and hitting monsters every now and then. Also both archers are getting a teleport like skill, very interesting. And no changes to Pathfinder as I mentioned earlier. So already next up are the Thieves, starting with the Night Lord. It looks like their grinding is getting buffed as well, with bigger hitboxes and new animations on their skills. Also, look at those additional shuriken popping out after using Showdown. Besides their regular starts that are already popping out, grinding is going to be pretty nuts on this class. Nexon did want to keep the class identities the same, so Night Lord is still a high risk, high reward class, but they are adding a bit more survivability with a new dash that can be used midair. And look at Shadow Partner, that guy looks amazing right now. And some other buffs have also been turned into passives for just more convenience. Shadowers have also gotten newer animations that look pretty dope. But the biggest change for this class is their Massive Explosion and Body Count skill, it seems like. Next, I wanted to give Shadowers more control, so big changes are made to Massive Explosion. A new skill has been added, which is an on-off skill called Bloody Pickpocket, and Massives dropped by this skill will be changed to red. Those Massives can be exploded with a new skill as well, I think it's called Bloody Explosion. When using Assassinate with these skills in combination, Shadowers can enhance their Assassinate skill. I didn't really understand this change fully, but let's see when the update notes are fully released in a few weeks. Dual players have gotten newer skill animations and what appears to be bigger hitboxes on their skills, which is very welcoming. The lower level skills have been changed to make it easier to level up, which was pretty hard early on for dual player. Some other skills also changed to improve usability, but besides that there aren't actually that many changes to this class. And the last three classes are the Pirates, starting with the Corsair. This class looks so good right now. All their summons got new looks and 8-legged Eastern has gotten some buffs in its range as well. And there is a new skill called Bombardment that marks an enemy and deals a ton of damage. This looks pretty good for bossing. Also, their Octo summon now prioritizes boss monsters, and it looks to me as if the boss monster is actually aggroed by the summon. But let's wait with confirming that until the official notes are released. Quick Draw has been changed as well into a passive skill, which is a nice convenient change for this class. Buccaneers have gotten a ton of changes and look pretty amazing right now. I am so happy they went with the Leviathan skill effects. This is one of the most changed classes in this update. The energy system has been removed and instead their skills will passively be enhanced, as you can see with that Leviathan popping out every now and then when they use a skill. I also spotted an up jump right there, which is very exciting. Octopunch has also gotten more range, but it looks like Bucks are losing some of their Dragon Ball like looks and skills and instead go for a full Water Dragon team. And the final class is the Cannoneer. They've also gotten newer skill animations and new grinding skills. For some reason though, Cannoneers got more buffs to their grinding, so now they also have a massive bomb that explodes above them while attacking. Well, more explosions are always welcome, I guess. Also, the big fish job cannons will now slow down when they touch monsters, which is very convenient for both grinding and bossing, and some other skills are shuffled around as well. Also, Cannoneers have gotten the biggest nerf out of all classes. You can turn off your monkey now. Why would anyone do that? Nexon should add a skill that adds more monkeys. What the heck, Nexon? And those are all the highlights for this Explorer Revamp. The Explorer Revamp test server will be released on January 6th and we'll be playing all Explorer classes to create videos and of course live stream them on our Twitch channel. The full release in MapleStory Korea will be a few weeks later at the end of January. This update is expected to be released in Maple Global and MapleC in the summer of 2022. Which were your favorites? Let me know in the comments, and that was all for today. As always, many thanks to our members for making this video possible. Thanks to Niels de Coninck, Raar maar waar, Sebastian Hanoy, FLX, Ryalias, Terry Kim, Vareese, Saudi Mora, Wiley, Francisco Sousa, Historycanon, BackSpaceOTI, Saffronyx, Lorenzo, BG Extremes, Anwar NHI, Frank Bouget, Ziggydeer, Flidiot, Beamer WT, Knifesu, Chen125, Cloudfix, Jesus Rodriguez, Froggy11, Surtito655, Gleason, Brennan Cam, Vira, Trevor, Michael Machaka, Ratius, Lucky Beats, Justin Ville, Silvio Nato, Stevie Zhang, Afterlord_MS, Heyopan, ceemak, Joshua Alvarez, Striker Elk, Nokem SS, Niu, Tide1 Pun, Victor Sundstrom, Radicals the Alien, Stanislaus Kosumo Vegas, Ricer RU, Eddie Reacts to Things, Dular, Gummy Bullet, Leon Riddle, Booty Warrior GT, Jeremy Stotler, Mr. Anark, Lovebird, Rev Soli, Ruski TV, Yo Mama, and Mathias Simonsson. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe and happy mapling.